never wanted to live in this city when I was younger. I didn't grow up in cities, and in my early 20s I used to find London incredibly overwhelming. I definitely still do at times, even though I've lived here for 3 years and spent a lot of the last 10 years working here. As a musician, I only ever came into the city to work in the busiest areas and the busiest spaces. I used to drive in, play whatever gig I was doing, and drive home straight away. I used to not want to stick around at all. But as I travelled more alongside music in my early 20s, I developed a fascination for cities through photography. Photography became an escapism for me and gave me a new purpose. It was a new way of seeing and a new way of interacting with the world. I was protected from my anxieties by carrying a camera, and as I became an observer and an explorer, kind of existing within my own little bubble, something in me had changed. I was excited about exploring and capturing scenes and spaces, and no longer felt fearful of my anxiety. Rather, I embraced it because I knew that if I confronted it, I could make some really cool shit. I think for most people it's easy to understand what it is about major cities that makes them hard to feel comfortable in. They're busy, overcrowded, overstimulating. Everyone's in a rush, and navigating the bustling streets can be challenging and not particularly enjoyable. But the cool thing about photography is that you can seek out the little moments between all of this chaos. Little moments that are probably invisible to everyone else, but you're able to develop your own way of seeing the world. The part of me that used to feel suffocated in these kinds of busy spaces is now able to thrive in them. A camera is a creative tool, but I also think of a camera as a kind of armour that both shields you from the world and forces you to confront it. It just takes a willingness to want to go out and interact with your environment. It's all just practice, and especially if you're also someone who experiences anxiety, it takes practice hanging out in environments that you don't feel comfortable in. And when you take a camera along with you, every cool photo that you get kind of feels like a trophy. Getting a photo that you're happy with is always a huge achievement, but it feels extra rewarding when you've confronted and got over something within yourself in order to get it. For me, I have photography to thank for that.